Insomniac are going to be really busy in 2025 as it seems they have 3 major Marvel games that they are going to be working on and hopefully release 2 of them this year. So go ahead and leave a like and please check out my new superhero game update channel at Balbomania Infinity and also comment down below what game you're most excited to see. Their first major release is Marvel SpiderMan 2 on PC, being worked on by Nixxes, likely support of course from Insomniac Games, to bring Marvel SpiderMan 2 to the PC platform. The PC version will arrive on January 30th to Steam and the Epic Games Store, so expect to see a lot of mods also released for Marvel Spider-Man 2 over the course of 2025 as we get some brand new suits for the modded PC version, which is extremely exciting. But what is the actual Insomniac Games team going to be doing in 2025? Well, we know that a separate team is working on Marvel's Wolverine, which is a separate team from the Marvel Spider-Man team led by Brian Intihar, and rumors suggest that the game is almost ready and will likely be shown this year. I would be very surprised if the game isn't showed within 2025, as 2025 is going to be a crucial year for the game as development ramps up to get the game ready for a fall 2026 release date. It's likely we will get a gameplay trailer revealed this year, whether at a PlayStation showcase or at a Summer Game Fest or a Game Awards event, but it seems it will be done enough so that we can see perhaps a gameplay trailer or maybe even a gameplay demo. We've got a lot of leaked Wolverine game footage on the internet which shows a very alpha build of the game, and to be honest, the game looks absolutely incredible. It's very comparable to the God of War series, as it will be a third-person action adventure with very open levels and a linear narrative with side quests with a bunch of X-Men characters. Now, I should also mention that there is an X-Men game planned for around 2030, according to the Insomniac leaks back in 2023, and it's very likely that that will be this Wolverine team's next game that they will likely set up in Marvel's Wolverine. So perhaps there is concept plans and very light conceptual work that's going to be underway for the year of 2025 for that X-Men game to put in Easter eggs and narrative thread lines, which have likely already been done to set up the X-Men game for around 2030. So expect to see a bunch of X-Men characters within this Wolverine game, as we already know some of them due to the leaked gameplay footage, and some of them might even be teased this year through a gameplay demo or a gameplay trailer. But nonetheless, we should see something major from the Wolverine team in 2025. Now, as for the Spider-Man team, unfortunately in 2024 we did not get any single player Spider-Man 2 DLC, which was a massive missed opportunity, as we know that they were working on DLC and there were even cutscenes leaked and even a story arc for the Beetle DLC. However, the DLC never came to fruition, and we know that Nixxes is handling the Spider-Man 2 PC port, and according to the leaks, a Miles Morales sized Venom game were reportedly in the plans for after Spider-Man 2's release. According to the leaks, this game is said to have 3 playable characters, take place between Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Marvel Spider-Man 3, and kind of act as a bridge between the 2 games. And it was also leaked that Carnage was also going to play a role in the story. Now, Carnage's storyline was one of the planned DLC expansions for Marvel Spider-Man 2, which ended up not happening, so it's very likely that this storyline could be fit in to the Marvel's Venom game. As Carnage was already planned for this game, perhaps they could have reshaped that DLC into a side quest or in the main quest of the Venom game. There was also a bunch of cut content for the Venom section of Marvel Spider-Man 2, which featured a lot of Prime symbiote, and that the late great actor Tony Todd said that 90% of his performance as Venom was cut from Marvel Spider-Man 2. This is a ton of cut content and will likely be reused for this potential Venom game. The Life Foundation was supposed to be featured heavily with symbiotes Phage, Lasher, Agony and Riot, and there was even a cut sequence of the Venom separation anxiety storyline, which was found in the coding of the game, which was seemingly cut. It's also said that Venom was actually supposed to feature as early as Act 2 with this separation anxiety storyline, and we even got boss fight leaks of symbiotes like Riot, and also the actual character models for Phage, Lasher and Agony, which was found in the coding of the game. And it's very hard to believe that they would just scrap all of this content, with so much of Tony Todd's performance going to waste. It's very likely that all of this will be reused into a Venom game. Now, this Venom game is supposedly supposed to release in 2025, and with all this Life Foundation cut content and the Venom separation anxiety storyline, and now a bunch of Carnage plan being added into the mix, this could really beef up the story of this potential Venom game. It's also very likely that the Venom game will be a bit bigger than the Miles Morales game, since there is just so much more content that they have to work with, and also leaving the narrative bridge to link both Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, as this game is said to be a bridge between the 2 games, and to also tell the story of who this new Venom Venom's going to be, whether it continues with Harry Osborn or will it find a new host in Flash Thompson or Eddie Brock. The game is also said to be called Venom the Lethal Protector, in where Venom will no longer be the villain but more of a anti-hero. We got a lot of teasers for Null also within the symbiote arc of the Marvel Spider-Man 2 story, where we had seen the Null symbol a lot, and also even got a tease for Null within the Hive Mind, it seems, as this Reddit user points out. The Reddit user points out that it doesn't sound like Tony Todd's Venom, as Venom isn't really laughing in this game, and this is very much the Hive Mind of the symbiote, which is likely teasing something massive for a Venom game or a sequel in the future.
It has to be the way out.
So it's likely that we will get a Venom game revealed sometime this year, and we'll likely have a end of the year release, unless they need more time to work on the game, since they are now going to incorporate the cancelled Carnage DLC plans into the game and make the game a little bit bigger. Then it's likely that we will get the release of Wolverine in 2026 and have the Venom game in 2027. However, of course, the Spider-Man team is also working on the next Spider-Man game, which has set up the Green Goblin as the main antagonist, with a returning Doc Ock and Cindy Moon as a brand new Spider-Person who will likely be playable in the next game. Now, according to the leaks, that this game was going to be quite big, that they did have an idea to have it be released in part 1 and part 2, which would be very strange, and I don't think they're gonna go with that. But there is tons to get done within the next Spider-Man game, as they will have to give time to Cindy Moon's character, Peter Parker and Miles Morales, as well as having this massive Green Goblin arc, and also pay off the Dr. Octopus reveal. We'll also get villains like Chameleon, who was also teased in Marvel Spider-Man 2, and now that Null was teased in Spider-Man 2, the question is, will we see Null in a Venom game in Spider-Man 3, or will they save that for a Spider-Man 3 DLC or a potential future game like a Marvel Spider-Man 4 in the future? The Spider-Man 3 will be a long way away, as it's likely going to be ready for 2027 to 2028, and it could even be developed for the next generation console, the PlayStation 6. The leaks also pointed to a brand new IP for Insomniac games, so it's likely that in 2025 they will continue with the conceptual idea and the idea stage of what this new IP could be, and kind of figure out what they want to do, if it is a brand new IP from scratch, or if they are going to adopt another Marvel IP like a Daredevil or Doctor Strange, which they have teased in the Marvel Spider-Man game. It would be very cool to have a Daredevil game from Insomniac, and for them to expand their Marvel universe with games like Daredevil and Doctor Strange, which could have appearances from Spider-Man. That would be absolutely incredible. It's likely that this will be a new IP from scratch, however, time will tell, but hopefully in 2025 we are going to be getting very soon the Spider-Man 2 PC port. Hopefully we get a massive gameplay reveal of the Wolverine game, slated likely for 2026, and also perhaps we can even get the reveal and the release of the Marvel's Venom game, which hopefully will be ready by 2025, since they cancelled the Marvel Spider-Man 2 DLC, and hopefully we're working on the Venom game for this year. There's no confirmations on whether we're going to be getting a State of Play event or a PlayStation showcase in the first quarter of 2025. It is very likely that we will get one for February, since we got a State of Play last February and the 2021 showcase was set in February of 2021. So I am expecting a PlayStation event in February, March time, since we will need to see more gameplay from Ghost of Yote, get a release date for Death Stranding 2, and hopefully announce and reveal the Venom game, along with hopefully revealing what some of their other studios are working on, like Sony Bend and Santa Monica, and revealing the God of War Remastered Greek Saga Collection, which I have made a video about. So there is tons for PlayStation to show at a State of Play and PlayStation Showcase, so it only makes sense that we get one soon, and it's likely there we will get the reveal and hopefully release date announcement of the Venom game for late 2025. And I don't think a game like GTA 6 will affect the sales of a Venom game, as Venom is a hugely popular character, and of course it's likely going to be a shorter game, around 12 to 13 to maybe even 15 hours long, and it could even be a system seller in its own right. And it will also be a perfect time, as people will be buying PlayStation 5s for GTA 6 if it does in fact release in fall 2025. So that would also make a lot of sense for them to also buy a Venom game, since they likely will be fans of Venom, and it will be a new game that they can buy alongside GTA 6. So Insomniac's plans for 2025 are huge. We will be talking more about the Venom game. Please go ahead and check out my superhero games channel, Balboa Mania Infinity, and also my upcoming games channel, Balboa Beyond, so I can give you the rundown of all the latest games. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless. Go ahead and browse my channel. We've spoken about the X-Men game, the Spider-Man 3, the updates for The Last of Us Part 3, The Witcher 4, the next Cyberpunk, and so much more. Guys, thank you so much. Peace out, God bless, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign.